Right. Great. So what we're going to be doing today, we're going to do a really quick recap on where we've got to so far. The second thing, we're going to revisit what we looked at in our last meeting, which was the overarching aim for Green Westbourne and the core principles. So after you guys worked really hard on those things, I went away and put together all of your thoughts, and so I can show you what we've got, and then we've got a few final decisions to make on some of it, so we're going to be doing some voting on that. And then our main focus today is a vision, creating a vision for Green Westbourne. So that is really thinking about, if we achieve our aims of making a greener Westbourne, what is Westbourne going to be like? What's it going to look like? And what's it going to be like for the people who live and work and kind of hang out around Westbourne? So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to start off with some introductions. So I'm going to stop sharing because there's kind of some people who were here last time and some people who weren't. So we're going to make them really quick because we've only got an hour in total. So if you just say your name and if you're from an organisation, what organisation you're from, and then just one green or outdoor or nature related thing that you've done in the last week. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to use my list because Zoom always messes me up at these times, so I'm not going to rely on Zoom. I'm going to use paper. So I'm going to start off with our Grand Junction group, who I'm going to unmute. There they are. Can you reach to unmute yourselves, guys?
Can you guys hear us?
Yes, perfect. Yes. Great. If you want to introduce yourselves, then that would be great.
Morning, everyone. My name is Nata. I'm a local community a maternity champion. Yes.
Great, and you've got some helpers there today.
My name is Honey. I made a roller coaster. I drove a roller coaster.
Wow, beautiful.
Amazing. Does that have to be mercy and success there as well? Yeah. Great.
So,
and what else did you do that was green this week?
What did I do that was green this week? I went for a walk. I walk every day.
When I was going to swimming.
Is that good?
Excellent. Great. And
hi, my name is Jamirin. I am a community volunteer, Westbourne community volunteer. Oh my God, you're gonna have to remind me. So my name, what we do.
Your name, you've already done most of it, and then just one green thing you've done in the last week.
So actually it was yesterday. I spent an awful lot of time in my garden just before the rain, repotting, weeding, and just taking care of my plants. They need a little bit of love and care. So I did that for a good few hours before the rain came. Yeah, so I really enjoyed doing that.
Wonderful. And have we got Farragan there? Can't see Farragan. Hey, there we go.
Hi, my name is Faragad. I'm a community champion. I'm a resident in Westbourne as well. For the last week, I did yoga. It was the last session in the Green Center. And frequently I do earthing, or I go to the park. I walk. I do earthing for at least a half an hour. I did this week as well. Yeah.
Great. Lovely. Thanks, Farragut. And just also a big thank you to Farragut for helping out at the Green Westbourne stall at the Westbourne Festival as well with the daughters. Thank you. Great. Okay, right, let's go on to Simon.
Hi, I'm Simon Ryder. I run the floating classroom learning boat moored at Paddington. And the last outdoor thing I did was yesterday morning. I ran the London A6 10K, which was after weeks of running around Peckham Rye Park to get ready for it. So that's the last thing I did outdoors.
Lovely. Thanks. So it sounds painful. Right, and Carleen.
Oh, yeah, good morning. Well, this is my first meeting with you. So it's Carleen Chambers. Last green things I've done. I'm very busy with my mom's allotment, with her garden, both back and front. She's got just about everything. I'm exhausted with doing green stuff. And this morning I was supposed to have gone for a walk in Kensington Gardens. I haven't quite got there yet, but I will be doing it after this meeting as long as it doesn't pour down.
Lovely. Thanks, Carleen. It's really nice to have you here. Super. And Teresa.
Hi, everyone. My name's Teresa. I'm the COO at Westminster Academy. I'm working from home today because I had to self-isolate as my youngest son tested positive just before the end of term, so he missed his last week at school. My latest green thing, I'm trying to grow some veg in my garden. I'm doing potatoes, sweet peppers, tomatoes and chilies at the moment. It's a bit of a trial and error. I'll let you know how it goes, but I have a small sweet green pepper at the moment and 3 green chilies, so I'm excited.
Yay. Excellent. I think the experiments are the best anyway. So.
That's my advice if you need some.
Definitely, Carleen, definitely.
Okay.
Wonderful. And Ade. Oh, we can't hear you again, Ade. Sorry.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, my name is Ade and I'm a Westbourne champion. The last green thing I did is just go out and enjoy the parks with my children.
Lovely. Thanks, Ade. Super. Jessie.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jessie Palmer. I work at Westminster Adult Education Service and I help coordinate various activities that we do, which includes mainly classes, but also some festivals now, which is very exciting. The last green thing I did was similar to the lady with the garden. I just spent a few hours on my garden, vegetable gardening. I did a flower arrangement with some flowers in the garden. Yeah, I tried to spend time in the garden.
Wonderful. Thanks, Jessie. Keith, you're next. I know you're cutting in and out a bit, so if you can hear us then.
So Keith Cookson from Westminster Council's housing team. I work in community development at the moment, and most recent green thing I've done is just taking out the garden recycling this morning, and just over there were growing brambles and stuff in the garden to fill the bin up.
Excellent, thanks, Keith. Super, and Neil. Hello, Neil.
Hello, everybody. I'm Neil from PDT. The last green thing I did was before my earlier meeting with Henry. I went out and fed the organic chickens with organic feed and scattered some grass around, which they in fact love. So that's my green activity, not for the day, but for this morning.
Excellent, thanks, Neil. Lucy.
Hi everyone, I'm Lucy and I manage the team who run Grand Junction at St Mary Magdalene's. Not this weekend, the weekend before, I went kayaking on the Thames up near Reading, and it's so peaceful in the kayak, and there are bits where it's like really, really quiet and away from any busy bits, and you do really feel kind of in the middle of nature when you're doing it.
Oh, that sounds nice. Excellent, thanks, Lucy. Henry. Father Henry.
Hello, I'm Father Henry Everett. I'm the Vicar of St Mary Magdalene's and I live here. My whole life for the past fortnight has been nature related on account of nature's having flooded St Mary Magdalene's. And yesterday Yesterday I was mopping up rainwater as well. So that's quite enough nature for me for the moment.
Thanks for Henry. Yep. Jenny.
Hi all. My internet's cutting in and out, so hope this gets through to you. I coordinate the Harrow Road regeneration programme. I work for Westminster, and I guess the last kind of nature-related thing was I went for a run this morning where I live in Hanwell, and there's a big kind of rewilding programme going on. So I ran right through the middle of it. It's really nice.
That's great. Thanks, Jenny. And Hakima.
Hello, good morning, everyone. I'm a community champion, Mozart community champion. The last thing I did, I'm trying to do my own compost with the advice of Megan. It's hard, but that's what I'm doing for my balcony.
Amazing. Super. Thanks, Hakima. That sounds exciting. Right, and then I think we just got Sadia left.
Can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly. Yeah.
Okay. My name is Sadia, and I'm the community development worker for Westbourne and Church Street Wards Neighbourhood Forum. What I did yesterday is I went for a walk to Acton Park, and then I have some tomato growing in my balcony, which I take care of, and also flowers. And I realized yesterday that the tree that I planted in a pot in the balcony is now desperately needs a place somewhere, because otherwise it's growing. I can't keep it in the balcony. So yeah.
Wonderful. Thanks, Sadia. If anyone has a home for Sadia's tree, then okay, wonderful. So that's introductions done. So we'll just do a very quick recap on our work so far. So just to remind everybody, the leadership group, our kind of current task is to finalise a Green Westbourne plan for the first year by the end of September. So that will involve agreeing a shared vision, plan and priorities based on our kind of collective understanding and experience of the local area, and the outcome of the canal side consultation that the council's doing, and some wider kind of surveying with Westbourne residents, organisations and businesses, which we did some of at the Westbourne Festival. The timeline, so last time we looked at our overarching aim and principles. This meeting we're going to be focusing on the vision of Green Westbourne, so what we want the project to achieve or work towards, and there was some possibility we might be supporting the Good Growth Fund consultation, but that's not happening this meeting. And then our next meeting towards the end of September, we're going to be looking at what types of projects Green Westbourne should involve in order to achieve our vision, and agree kind of what we should be focusing on first. And then we will have finalised our project plan and achieved our first task. So that's where we are. Anybody got any questions on any of that? You might have to yell out because I can't see everybody anymore. No, good, great, super. So what we're going to be doing today then, reviewing the task one, so the overarching aim of the project. So you might remember in the last meeting, the overarching aim is one sentence that sums up what the project is trying to do. And we started off with this sentence, which was Green Westbourne will improve the life chances of Westbourne residents by making the ward greener, healthier and wilder, and improving access to the green economy and green jobs. And so in your breakout rooms, you had some comments about that. And so we now, up until now, have got to this review, this aim, which is Green Westbourne will improve the life chances of Westbourne residents by making the area, so that's area instead of ward, greener, healthier and wilder, and improving access to the green economy and jobs. And so that's made that bit a bit kind of less wordy at the end about the green economy and jobs. What we have left to decide is that most people agreed that you didn't like this phrase. You didn't like the phrase improve the life chances of Westbourne residents. So some of the comments about that was, can we change it to our life chances? Or life chances could mean so many things. Keep it simple and change to improve the lives. So our first job for today is that we've got some different options to replace this sentence, and we're going to do a little bit of a vote on which one we like the best. So here are our options. So which one of these would you be happy with? Option number 1 is Green Westbourne will improve our lives by ... Green Westbourne will improve our health and well-being by ... Green Westbourne will make Westbourne a better place to live by ... or you're happy with any of these. So those are the voting options. So we're going to vote in the chat. So if you put a 1 in the chat, it means you're choosing the first option. If you put a 2 in, you're choosing the second option. If you put a 3 in, you're choosing the third, and if you choose 4, you don't really mind, you like. So if you want to start voting in the chat, we can have a look. Got 2. Right. Okay, has everybody voted? Have we had votes from Grand Junction? Jamir and Antar and Faragad. Okay, great. 1, 3. This is high tech here, by the way. Thanks, Jamirin. Oh, I see. 3 people vote for option 1. Okay, perfect. All right. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Right. Well, it looks like option 1 is the winner with 7 votes. 2 had 3 and 3 had 4. So Green Westbourne will improve our lives by. Wonderful. So that is our aim finalised. So thank you for your help. And the other thing that came out of the aim was that it would be good to have a slogan. So I've got 2 slogans here. So we can also vote about these. I'm going to just I'm just going to put in the chat slogan 1 so we know what we're talking about. Does somebody want to write slogan 1 in the chat? Because I can't see it anymore. Oh, here we go. Slogan 1. Okay, right. Thanks. So our first slogan is Green Westbourne, more outdoors, more green spaces, more nature. So if you like it, put a yes in the chat. And if you hate it, put a no in the chat.
Is there another option then, Lizzie?
There is another option, yes. I mean, and we might decide that we don't need a slogan. It's just in the last meeting that people said, oh, it might be nice to have slogans. So if there's one that we can easily agree with, then okay, let's see. So we've got yes. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. Okay, and then from the church, you can just tell it to me if you want. Oh, no times 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Too many wooers. Okay, super. Oh, too many mores. Okay, thank you. And And then we have another one. Oh, where was slogan 1? There we go. This is the possible slogan 1. So Green Westbourne, greener, healthier and wilder. So I'm just going to put slogan 2. I will remember that it's this way around. So now if you vote yes or no for this one, if you like it.
I'll be voting again.
This is pretty much the last vote. Yes, Keith. Yes, Neil. Simon.
Prefer this one.
You prefer this one, okay. I don't think you're alone there, Colleen. Yeah, a lot of people don't like wilder, and a lot of people don't understand what wilder means. So we might have to have a little bit of okay, is that everyone voted? Might be more parties, yes. Okay, so it's kind of a yes from Grand Junction lot, but not wilder. Okay, all right, that's been helpful. So I might go away and work on that one a little bit, and see if I can come up with something that's a bit that doesn't have the word wilder in it.
So Lizzie.
Yes.
So would you explain then what you mean by the wilder? Are we gonna have more foxes, more squirrels? What does it mean as a matter of fact?
So wilder, I guess, kind of covers increasing the amount of nature that's around us, increasing the amount of wildlife that's around us, and probably increasing our opportunities to connect with it as well.
Sure about that.
So Carly, you're against that one altogether. Okay, all right. So we'll come back to that one in the future. So, okay. The second thing we looked at last time was agreeing core principles. So the core principles are, in general, how do we want the project to work and what type of project is it going to be? We started off with this very long list of core principles, 10 core principles, which you guys very effectively narrowed down into a new list of 6 core principles. So those are that it's going to be led by the local community for everyone in Westbourne. We're going to take a flexible and open approach to what engagement with nature looks like. It's going to celebrate and reflect Westbourne's diversity. It's going to build and strengthen relationships in Westbourne and with wider communities. It's going to be designed to last, so projects include plans for next steps and ongoing maintenance, and it will raise awareness and actions around the climate emergency. So hopefully everyone's happy with those. I sent them around and I gave you your opportunity to object. So yeah, so that's what our final list is, which I think is much better than what we started off with. So thank you everybody for your work on that. Right. So now we come on to our task for today, which is to start looking at a vision for a green Westbourne. So really what we're doing today is we're thinking about what is Westbourne going to be like if we achieve our aim. So this was our aim. It's been tweaked a little bit now. It says Green Westbourne will improve our lives by making the area greener, healthier and wilder and improving access to the green economy and jobs. So now we're putting our brains forward kind of 4 or 5 years into the future and thinking, what is Westbourne going to be like? And so what we're going to do is we're going to move into breakout rooms and we're going to think about that together. We've got Simon, Jessie and Lucy who've really kindly agreed to host the breakout rooms today. Basically this is just an opportunity for you to really imagine what would you like the area to be like. When we've had, and kind of, I think, in a little bit of detail. So when we've asked this question before, we've had a lot of people say things like more vegetables, more flowers. Where would you like the flowers to be? Where would you like the vegetables to be? Who would you like to look after the flowers? You know, how are people going to be engaging with the vegetables? Yes, so really kind of try and have a think about how these things might work, what things might look like. We're not talking about project ideas today. We're talking about what we want the area to look like, and the next time we're going to talk about project ideas, which is how do we get to our vision, how do we achieve our vision, what projects do we need to get to where we want to go. I hope that makes sense. Does anybody have any questions before we go to our breakout rooms?
How long do we have in the breakout rooms, Lizzie?
You're going to have 20 minutes. Yeah, so you've all got a set of slides with different questions on them, so you can have a look through the slides and really focus on what interests you, the topics that interest you as a group. So you're not going to be able to do all the slides. What we're going to be doing is using the annotate function on Zoom so that we can write on the slides, but if you don't know how to use that, you can just ask the host in the room to write it in for you. So hopefully it'll work out. I'll come around and check everything's working okay. Right, so I'm going to stop sharing. There. Right, and open the breakout rooms. Are we ready? Here we go. Right, great. Hi, everybody. Super, thank you. It sounded like you were having a lot of good conversations there. So what I'm going to do is when Lucy and Jessie and Simon sent across what you guys have been talking about, and I get the papers from the team at Grand Junction, I'm going to try and pull that together into a vision that we can use, that, you know, which is our statement of what we're trying to achieve. Just before we wrap things up, I'm really interested if anybody has any thoughts on how this is going, then I'd be really interested to see how you feel about this process that we are going through together. So if you have any thoughts, please do put them in the chat, or if you prefer to just drop me an email or anything, or give me a call afterwards, then that's fine. But yeah, I'd be really interested to see if you think this is working well, if you think it's not going well, but yeah. So, but thank you so much, everybody, for your time. So I've got 2 more slides for you, and then that's it. So, just in terms of next steps. Our next meeting is going to be after the summer holidays. It's going to be in the week starting the 20th of September, and I'll send round a doodle for that one in the next week or so. At that meeting, where I will have, before the meeting, sent you the vision for Green Westbourne based on everybody's thinking, and also what came out of the Westbourne Festival for you to have a look at. And I think we'll start off having a bit of a conversation about that, and then we'll move on to thinking up project ideas and priorities. So how can we get towards that vision? So yeah, that's it really. So thank you everybody so much for your time. We are now at 2 minutes to 11, so we have kept it to under an hour. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, so thank you very much for all coming here, and it's so nice to hear all of your ideas and thoughts, and everyone getting so you know, so engaged in imagining kind of what we want Westbourne to be like. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you have nice summers. Oh, there's one call out. If anybody fancies helping to get some bee-friendly plants for the bee hives on the roof of Paddington Arts, then just... and that is the final thing. So